Hi and welcome to Dave's Beatles channel. Today's video is episode 1 of my Beatles UK album series. Come and join me. So hello and welcome to Dave's Beatles channel. I do hope I find all you fabulous Beatle people very well, and I'm really glad that you've joined me today. Well, the subject for today's showing is the Beatles UK album series episode 1, which starts with the Please Please Me LP and all the original variations that I have. In this series I will only be showing original pressings between March 1963 and May 1970. Moving on, it's time for I Call Your Name. So a big hello to Arthur Legis, Music, Sailor Sam, 78 Zappa F, Barry, Bob Belknap, hi Bob, Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston and Mike Rice. There's a big hello to all you guys from Beatle Dave. So on to the main event now today, and the Beatles original UK albums, starting with Please Please Me. Let's take a look. So the legendary Please Please Me LP was recorded on the 11th of February 1963 to capitalise on the success of the Please Please Me single, reaching number 2 in the UK singles charts. Initially, George Martin wanted to record the Beatles at the Cavern to capture the live feel, but unfortunately the timing didn't work out, so the studio time was booked for the boys. So arriving at Abbey Road and then starting at 10 AM, they recorded 11 songs in nearly 11 hours, and the Please Please Me LP was finished, and this costing around £400 to make. The photo itself on the sleeve was taken at EMI House at 20 Manchester Square in London in around mid-February by Angus MacBean, or MacBain, whatever way you want to say it, which is sadly gone now, with a block of flats now in its place. The LP was released on the 22nd of March 1963, with the stereo being released around a month later on the 26th of April 1963. The LP went to number 1 in May 1963 for 30 weeks, being replaced by another FAB Beatles LP with the Beatles. So starting off with the first copy of Please Please Me I've got here on Parlophone PMC 1202. This is a gold mono. This is a second press with the Northern Songs credit on the label. So let's take a look at the sleeve first. This is the original cover that came with it, but the Angus MacBean credit isn't extreme right, which is a bit of a strange thing. But this was the cover that came with it. So anyway, that's the front. Nice clean cover, nice clean back. And this is an EJ Day cover. Slightly more rounded than the Golden Lofthouse covers. And there's a spine. And here's the original Emitex inner bag, which is a plastic lined inner bag. So if you was one of the many record buying public at the time in around April to May 1963, you could have quite easily bought yourself a black and gold Parlophone label. This one being the Northern Songs credit on this one. And this one has the Parlophone Company Limited perimeter text around the bottom. And the matrix numbers on this one is XEX 421-1N. And side 2. And that also has XEX 422-1N. What a beautiful record this one is. Hardly played, probably around X plus condition. Real nice copy. So moving on to the second copy of Please Please Me I have in my collection. This one is the black and yellow mono third pressing. I'll show you why it's a third pressing in a moment. Still has all the same details on the cover as the previous issue. It's an EJ Day sleeve once again, with all the three flip backs. Not as good as a G&L cover or Garrett and Lofthouse. Still really clean, this one. We have the plastic poly-lined Emitex inner once again. So this black and yellow mono third pressing, which was released in around summer 1963, it doesn't have the recording publishing information on the left hand side, which would normally be on the left, so this omits that. Has the Parlophone Company Limited on the perimeter text, and the matrix numbers are XEX4211N as the previous issue, and also on side 2 XEX422-1N. So on to the black and yellow mono fourth pressing. These were around summer 1963 to around January 1964. This is an absolutely incredible condition, this one. As you can see, the laminate's absolutely beautiful. Fantastic pressing. Beautifully made sleeve, as Garrett and Lofthouse sleeves generally were. And here we have the reverse. All the flip backs are pretty perfect. And there we are, with Garrett and Lofthouse on the bottom right. And the spine, much squarer. In fantastic condition. Once again, we have the plastic lined Emitex inner. So on to the vinyl of the black and yellow mono fourth pressing. This one does have the recording first published information, which is above the number 1 on the left, as you can see. And matrix numbers are exactly the same as previous copies, as XEX4211N on side 1 and XEX4221N on side 2. Beautiful copy, this one. Incredible. So moving on to my first stereo pressing. This is the black and yellow stereo fourth pressing from summer 63 to January 1964 that these would have been around. This is incredible condition. Really nice condition. Lovely laminate. This is an EJ Day cover. Really nice and clean. Hard to find. The stereo one's extremely hard to find. And there we are, EJ Day on the bottom right. A little bit of flip back missing there, tiny little bit. And here we have the spine, slightly rounded. Once again, the plastic lined Emitex inner sleeve. Okay, so onto the black and yellow stereo fourth pressing vinyl. This does have the recording first published information on, and the Parlophone Company rim. And that's side 1 and side 2. Matrix numbers, side 1 is YEX94-1 and side 2 is YEX95-1 also. Incredible copy, beautifully looked after, incredibly shiny. On to another mono copy. Start off with the cover. This is a Garrett and Lofthouse cover. Not as nice as some of the previous ones I've got. just slightly off white, but not too bad. And then we have the spine. Once again, a plastic lined ME-Tex inner sleeve. So on to this particular vinyl, which is actually a Decca pressed record. I wonder how Decca felt about pressing records for the band that they turned down. Kind of strange, I would think. So it has an indent line all the way around the label there, which nominates it as a Decca pressing. This one has a recording first publishing information on it as well. And the matrix numbers are XEX421 1N as previously. And it's got the Parlophone company rim. And on that side you can see the indent around the label there. And the matrix numbers once again XEX422 1N. Not too bad, this copy. It's not the best copy I've seen, but it's still presentable. So on to my final mono copy. This is the black and yellow small mono 6 pressing, and this was available between 1965 to 1969. This is an absolutely tremendous copy, absolutely beautiful condition. Got the small mono top right, as you can see, and a beautiful laminate all over. Once again, this is a Xuereb and Lofthouse pressed sleeve. Very, very sharp edges and fantastic corners. Onto the inner, which is one of the EMI ME-Tex rice paper type. And onto the fabulous vinyl we have here. Really nice thick vinyl, this one. And this is a gramophone rim type from 1965 to 1969. Has the sold in UK information as well across the middle of the label. Slightly different text type. And once again, the matrix numbers XEX421 1N on this. And on side 2, XEX422-1N. Incredible copy, this. Absolutely pristine. So on to my final 1960s pressing of Please Please Me. This is the black and yellow small stereo, which is known as the 7th pressing. This is available from summer 69 to about November 69. Absolutely stunning sleeve. Has a small stereo top right, as you can see. Incredible lamination. Beautiful sleeve. And on the reverse, incredibly white. And once again, a Xuereb and Lofthouse printed sleeve. And there's our spine. So with this copy came an EMI sepia tone type in a bag, advertising many other EMI LPs, including the Beatles themselves, as in Sgt. Pepper on this particular one. That's in great shape. So moving on to the vinyl then. This is in fabulous shape. This is a gramophone rim. Doesn't have the sold in UK text on this one, and it also doesn't have the recording first published 1963, just a small 1963 on the left of the label there. So this is the final Parlophone label of the 60s, which was black and yellow. And the same matrix numbers as previous stereo versions, which are YEX94-1 on side 1. And side 2 was YEX95-1 also. Absolutely beautiful condition. So thank you all for joining me today. I really hope that you've enjoyed what you've seen, and as ever I appreciate any comments I get from you guys, and I will reply to you as soon as I can. The next original UK album series will be back next month. Anyway, next week's video will be a John and Yoko wedding album special, and that's going to be good. So hopefully you can join me for that one. So anyway, as always, if you enjoy what I'm doing, please give us a like, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. This is Beatle Dave signing off. What do you put your records in, Beatle Dave? I heard somebody cry. Well, these are made by MA Recordings. These are a special type of inner sleeve. Very, very soft. They're like putting a pillow on your record. If you value your records, you need these. These are fantastic. They're anti-static. If you wash your records and you accidentally put them away wet, they will absorb that moisture so it doesn't ruin your records. They are the softest, most kindest inner sleeve known for your records. MA Recordings. They're not cheap. They're available in the UK and they're also available in many parts of the world. If you value your records, get them for your records.